Hello, my Jedi friends. In today's video, I ask you a simple question. Have you had enough pain yet? Have you had enough pain? And I have to ask this because most highly sensitive people, my target audience, good people, empaths, healers, light workers, quite often don't wake up until the pain threshold has been breached because you're so good at tolerating bad behavior that it has to be violated, 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 and violated again before you suddenly get angry enough to do something about it. And that's where I come in. This is usually the entry point when I start working with people. You've tried this, you've tried that, you've done this, you've done that, and you are lost. You are lost in the sea. You are overwhelmed, my Jedi friends. That's what had to happen to me. So I understand the mindset and methodology of my target audience, which is you if you're watching this. Because I've energized this video to attract people who resonate with it. And the question that I asked on the video, have you had enough pain? It's a real question. And if you're looking at this video thinking, yes, I have had enough pain, but that's how it is. That's what it's all about, Adam. I was meant to deal with this. I should be able to deal with this. It's happening to me for a reason. There's some sort of spiritual intervention in all of this pain that's happening to me. And what I found, so let's go back a step or two. I used to work with people who just had heart attacks, who just had strokes, who just found out that they got cancer. And the same question would be asked. What caused you stress leading up to this? And every single one of them could answer that question straight away, that the stress had not just appeared, it had turned up. The pace had been turned up over the last 6 months to 1 year. Maybe you're caught in a toxic relationship. Maybe someone in your family has just violated your boundaries one too many times. Maybe some toxic person has been drawn into your world. Maybe you've had your money taken. Maybe you've lost your house. Maybe you've been fraudulently covered and somebody's taken your assets. Maybe you're in trouble because of it. Now, you're very resilient, but at what stage is enough? And that tends to be where I jump in because, not just because I know this problem well, I've been through it. I've been through it. And I know what it is to hit rock bottom. And it had to happen, my Jedi friends. For highly sensitive people, it has to happen. Because you're so sensitive and you're so good with people and you're so self-deprecating that you've taken one for the team so many times that you think that that's normal now. It should be normal. That's your job, isn't it? You're the shock absorber for all of the nonsense that's happening around you. All of that nonsense. But it doesn't have to be. It does have to be because it had to wake you up. And that's why you're watching this video, asking you the question, is it time for you to wake up? Is it time for you to be your own best friend? Is it time for you to step up and to have more fun and to enjoy your life more? Do you deserve that? Now, part of you knows that you do deserve it because you're a good person, but you're dealing with all of this stuff around you and you don't know where to begin. You just don't know, my Jedi friends. You've been lost. Somewhere you got lost. And here's a common thing for you is that you think that it's your job to sort everybody's problems out. And therefore, that you should be able to sort your own problems out. You should have the answers. You've got the answers for everyone else. How is it possible that you are 2020 and sorting out everyone else's problems, but you can't do it for yourself? Why is that? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Well, that's why you're watching this video today, because everybody has to hit a low. You have to hit a low in order to ask for help, in order to realize it's time to wake up, in order to get to the point where you just say, fuck this, I deserve something better. And that's it. You'd be so busy being nice to everyone and maybe being that people pleaser to fit in that this is a stage in your life when it's time to wake up. And why is that important? Well, I work from the premise that you came here for a reason. You came here for a reason, and you have a role to play. And how do you know when you found your role? You found your role when you're doing stuff that you love to do. So let me give you an example. It happened to me. I was doing all sorts of things that I thought would help me to make money, and then one day I woke up and I thought I don't enjoy any of it. But I do enjoy content creation, and I do think I'm a reasonable communicator. And so I just got into content, and I've grown my channel. I'm growing my channel. I'm growing it. I'm growing it, my Jedi friends, because I found something that I love to do, something that makes me feel good, and teaching as well. And what I do is I teach energy work. Now, I learned energy work back in 2002. I started training as a qualified nurse back in 1992. So I've been in well-being for many, many years. Oh, no, you don't look that old, Adam. You don't look that old. Thank you. Thank you, my Jedi friends. I can tell you, I certainly felt it before I had this wake-up call. I had a wake-up call one day. I woke up feeling utterly miserable, actually suicidal. I was thinking, really can't be bothered to be on this planet anymore. And then I realized I'd never kill myself. It's not in my creed, that there's no option. I'm going to have to do something. And there came a lot of freedom and liberation when I started saying, fuck it. Even recording content, it's like, oh, you can't swear, Adam, you can't swear. In the past, I'd given keynote speeches, but I'd talked about things that I'd done in my past, like smoking pot and things. So speaking bureaus said, no, I'm sorry, we don't want you on there. And I started thinking, oh, I can't say that. I can't say this. I can't say that. So many things I was told I couldn't do. And then suddenly I hit rock bottom. I got suicidal, and then I stopped giving a shit, folks. And maybe you're in that place right now. Maybe you've stopped caring what other people think. And you had to hit that point. You have to hit rock bottom so that you get the skill set to move forward and to deal with the nonsense, my Jedi friends. And that's where I step in. That is my purpose, to find you, to help you. And that is what my channel is all about. That's what my training is all about. And that is what I'm all about. I'm here to help you to say, fuck it, enough is enough. And not only that, to give you the tools. So let's talk about the tools. So I started off this journey with Reiki. So I was working as a nurse. I had been for 10 years, and I got fed up with people losing hope when the health service wrote them off. So some people, they get to a point where the health service said, we can't treat you anymore. That's it. You have to prepare for death. And that's when people with cancer get stuff like chemotherapy. And they would always come to me and say, is there any hope, Adam? And I didn't have an answer to that question. And this got me into the world of energy. Now, before I go on, this is a separate skill set and is used supplementary. So I'm not telling you that there's an alternative path. I am telling you that there is a different skill set which will give you a different set of tools which will help you to step up. Because what energy work was, I had to work on myself. And when I started working on myself and I couldn't explain it, I started to feel better. I started to feel emotional. I started to realize that emotionally, I was in a terrible state. And at that stage in my life, physically, I was in the best shape ever. So I didn't think there was anything wrong with me. So I had to work through a lot of emotional stuff and spiritual stuff and mental stuff. Like the physical stuff, which is where the traditional health service target, I'd no issue. I thought I was okay. But the traditional health service is a bit like you driving a car in, checking one tire, and then just assuming that the other three are okay. That's how it works, my Jedi friends. That working with energy isn't just a one-off. It's not just something that you do every now and again. And I realized that because I went on to study more systems. I went on to study vortex healing. I went on to study energetic neurolinguistic programming. I went on to study neurolinguistic programming, timeline therapy, hypnotherapy, different modalities to understand how the mind works. I did personal development. I went to silent meditation retreats where I sat down saying nothing for 10 days at a time, and I did four of those. And that was an awakening. That's when I realized that you could meditate when you're walking. I created a system of walking meditations and I created processes that helped me to be a better friend to myself. That's what my process. I had to have a lot of pain to get there. I had to realize I was broken. But even with all those tools, I wasn't owning them. I wasn't using them regularly. And it took a complete collapse of my life to realize that this is a 24/7 thing. And if I wasn't waking up every day and doing something that I loved, that I was out of alignment. And if you're feeling out of alignment, it's probably for the same reason. And not only that, it's a good thing, my Jedi friends, because the pain threshold for the average empath is high. And minor setbacks, well, they don't really cut it. You'll easily navigate your way through them. It takes a life crisis to wake you up to what I'm talking about now. And for a lot of people in the health service, it took a stroke, a heart attack, or cancer to wake them up. And I always thought when I was in that role, wouldn't it be nice to get to people before they had to hit this roadblock? Because I can see this stuff coming. I can see this stuff coming. I know the symptoms. I know the physical symptoms, I know the emotional symptoms, I know the mental symptoms, and I know the spiritual symptoms because I've spoken to thousands of people who'd had strokes, heart attacks, and cancer. And I realized that there's the same progression of events that leads to that point. And however bad you think things are, that's where it heads if you don't start loving yourself more, which is what this is all about. You've got to love yourself more, my Jedi friends. I can give you a set of tools. People that can teach you energy, they'll give you a set of tools. When I went to Reiki, they gave me a set of tools, but they couldn't make me use it. When they went to vortex healing, they gave me a set of tools, but they couldn't make me use it. When I went to energetic NLP, I got a set of tools, but they couldn't make me use it. I did use them when I was in the sessions, but was I using it 24/7 after? No, I had to have a life crisis. I had to have my life fall apart and feel suicidal before I decided, no, I want something better. And I had to bounce. I had to bounce back. Now, because I've done that now, and I now know what it feels like to hit rock bottom, I now have all the tools and the life experience and the template to help you do the same. So, however bad it's got, if you've come to this video because you've had enough pain, well, that's who I'm looking for. That's who I work with. And let's face it, my Jedi friends, what have you got to lose if that's you? Because I was lucky, I'd spent hundreds of thousands of pounds training myself to have all the tools. And all I had to do was wake up one day and realize you've just got to use them, Adam. And yes, I was that idiot that had all these great tools and I wasn't using them because I didn't think I deserved to. I didn't think I needed to. There was something broken in my Jedi mind. It was broken, but I had to hit rock bottom. That was the bit that I missed. And when that happened, came the freedom. And my regulars will know, like I'm a little, I come across as a little bit out there. I am unregulated with my language because I stopped caring. I stopped caring what other people think because I knew that the people that would resonate with my message will feel the same way. And I've been there. I have a template. I have a route map to get you out of there. But like anything that I learned, I can give you the route map and I can hold your hand, but I can't make you love yourself more. That comes from you. So if you're prepared to meet me halfway and start loving yourself more and you want a better life, you want more energy, you want to feel better on a regular basis, and you want access to ask any question that you want on energy, then I seriously suggest that you get in touch with me. Look into one of my Jedi training programs, which are on the description of this video and most of the videos I put out there. And get in touch. Ask the questions you need. Because if you've hit that low point and you don't have the tools to do it on your own, most people don't, my Jedi friends. It's very difficult for someone highly sensitive, that's sensitive to other people's energy, to clear their energy space and to get out of it. Because one thing that I'm absolutely aware of, if you don't clear your energy field, you take on other people's energy. So when you feel low, when you feel bad, when you feel suicidal, it's not even your energy. You're just so empathic. You've taken on board other people's energy like a magnet and you're carrying their weight for them. And the worst part is you probably haven't even charged them to do it. You're probably there, you've got nothing out of it, least of all for yourself, and you haven't learned to clear your energy field. Well, I can show you how, my Jedi friends. I can show you how to clear your energy. I can show you how the tools work. I can hold your hand. I can hold you accountable. I can help you to love yourself more, but it has to come from you. The core thing has to come from you. I can help you to believe that you're worth it and help you to believe that you deserve it, but something deep within you has to awaken. And quite often, it's only pain that triggers that. Now, will you have to wait until you have that stroke, that heart attack, or that diagnosis of cancer? Or have you had enough now? Have you had enough? And if you have, then I suggest you get in touch with me because this is my call to you to join the next Jedi Training Academy, which will start next month, which will hold you by the hand for 3 months. It will teach you energy work. I'll give you access to the full course online, which you can do at your own leisure as soon as you sign up. And each week we'll do energy exercises and we'll check in with how you're doing. And that is my promise to you. And I guarantee, absolutely guarantee, as long as you join me and do what we agreed to do, that you'll feel much better and you'll have the tools to wake up feeling a little bit more positive and to take inspired action to move you in a better direction to start enjoying your life more. And there you go, my Jedi friends. That's what it's all about. Yes, that's what it's all about. So if that's you, if you've had enough, if you've really had enough pain, if you just love to tell somebody to fuck off because you've had enough of being pushed around, of taking on other people's energy, of being the person that people are comfortable dumping all of their shit over, then this course is for you because your life is about to change. And I've the tools and experience and the mentoring know-how to get you out of that place. Now, whether you stay out of that place will be down to you, because what this course is really about is helping you to improve the relationship with yourself. And on that front, my Jedi friends, I can take you to the water trough, but I can't make you drink. So you need to step up. You need to join me on the journey. And if that's you, do get in touch. Do get in touch because I promise you this will be life changing. You get on this course, it will be life changing for you and it will give you the energy tools to be a better friend to yourself. But it will only probably happen if you've hit rock bottom, my Jedi friends, which is why I asked the question, have you had enough pain yet? And if the answer is yes, then get in touch. Get in touch, my Jedi friends, and let me help you to help yourself.